Almost. Okay, so you should be able to see here how far you are from the ball, and this is still after I'm telling you to move closer. Okay, really reaching for that thing. Alright, obviously sore wrist also didn't help, but that was one of the biggest things. Okay. From there, quite a change in posture from how you set up, but we don't know that because you're not in the right distance from the ball. So I'm not too phased about that. Other than that, nice backswing position. Good change of direction. Okay, but a lot of posture change. Okay, and for a club that flattens out, as in works down into the slot, okay, there's no reason to get that thing outside the line of the ball. Okay, obviously you're not doing it on purpose. Obviously the legs are not helping you. So if we watch this right knee here, okay, really sort of kicking in if you watch the right hip. Okay, really getting underneath you. Okay, but you've got to learn how to swing that club on line, not get outside the line. Okay, but most you can see from there, it's mostly posture stuff. Posture at setup wasn't great. Backswing was decent, but how it got there, we don't know because the posture changed so much. And then obviously huge posture changes on the downswing. That's really where a lot of the issues are coming from. Okay, the rest looks really good, mate. Well done. Hey, Maddie. Okay, thanks again. Look, obviously quite hard with the wrist. I don't know how much it was bugging you, but obviously makes it difficult. Um, but you know, a lot of good stuff right now. The driver, quite interesting. It was manageable. I know you don't like it, but it was manageable and decent. Okay, you started off very softly. It was working. Then you went a little bit harder, and you hit some actually quite nice ones, even with that flight. Then it got a bit too much, and then once we talked about the T height and stuff, okay, you get some really nice lower spinning ones on the back nine. You can also see once you start doing that, then hit a couple where you're aiming. So that's a really, really good sign. Okay. We can see there from the video that it's not a swing plane issue. So it's not like you're swinging over the top and hitting across it, whatever. Okay, you drop the club into really a nice flat plane. Okay, but as you're unwinding, you just get the club head wrong side of the golf ball. Okay, and is it because I'm standing too close to the ball? No. Okay, but from there, obviously, you're always going to hit across the ball and create left to right spin. So we just got to learn, okay, how to keep that same plane, okay, and get inside to square, okay, and obviously releasing back on the inside. Right, we can see it's mostly postural. Okay, so we start very far from the ball, then by the time we get back, so we're almost upright. Again, and by the time we hit it, we're like over here somewhere. Okay, so it's mostly postural. So we're going to match distance from the ball, amount of forward bend, okay, to the shoulder plane at the end of the backswing, so that's what take us where the club is set. Okay, and then exactly the same shoulder plane when we hit the ball on the downswing. Okay, that's how we know everything is neat and tidy, okay, in the right direction. Then we can then figure out the plane. The plane is fine. The sequencing is really good. Okay, then we can figure out your time and your club face in order to hit that ball much straighter, much more consistently. Okay, so starts a lot with the setup, little bit of the backswing, but mostly okay that downswing. Okay, we've just got to be able to unwind there. We cannot unwind there. Okay, it's the hardest thing, right? Obviously, we've been also talking about it, working on it a lot from this angle. Okay, it's the same thing, isn't it? It's very, very hard to control the low point when everything is collapsing like that. Okay, so we've just got to keep working through it. I think as well when you do it, when you get it right, you've got to then be comfortable that I can continue rotating to the left. Okay, that I'm not swinging over the top or heading across the golf ball. Otherwise, if you're trying to sort of guide it on line on the downswing, it's going to make those angles worse. Okay, so that's also what happened a couple of times with that driver aiming left and just going for it, and then actually that squares up quite nicely and hit a really good shot. Right, so very, very happy with that. Okay, putting is getting there in the routine and stuff, especially inside 10 foot. Okay, it's just outside of that 10 foot. Okay, so that those instincts of how fast is it, medium fast or very fast, sort of 2 degree, 3 degree slopes on those longer putts, just need to figure that stuff out. Okay, and then just instinctually manage the game a little bit better. Okay, but obviously as you're striking the ball better, it's a lot easier to do that stuff. Right, but we want to try and figure out how do we make some good bogeys. Okay, don't go from par to triple. You get what I'm saying? Okay, so it's got to be a little bit neater in between that. All right, and then that, man, I'm really happy, and we'll keep working on the same stuff. And obviously, great to hang out and play some golf on a Saturday morning.